let's get started then. So I'm going to go back to muting. If you have any questions, try to save them towards the end, but we'll try to get through this as quickly as possible. There's a fair amount of content to get through, so here we go. So first of all, my name's Larry Norris, and I'm the Director of Sales Enablement here at izmoweb. I wanted to also introduce one of my colleagues. His name is Anand. Anand, go ahead and I'll unmute you, and you can say hello to the team here. Anand, are you there?
Guys.
There he is.
Yes,
oh, there he is.
yes. Thank you so much, guys. It was good talking to you earlier, and thank you so much for joining our training. So we'll take up on the training part, and any questions, as Larry said, you can save it at the end of the call, and we can share those informations accordingly.
Very good. Thank you, Anand. So just to kind of dig in here a little bit, what you guys will be doing here is you're selling a website solution into the small business segment, okay? And the beauty of the izmoweb solution is that they're pre-built websites, so the website comes with content already loaded, and the content is actually written by professionals within these various different industry segments. So hopefully you have had the opportunity to look at some of the different websites that are available on the izmoweb.com. You're going to want to spend quite a bit of time familiarizing yourself with izmoweb.com, and we will also show it today just briefly though. So we're going to go through this. This is the overview of what we're going to talk to today about Izmo, why Izmo, how to build a list, and we're going to go through these relatively quickly. We're also building out training modules that are going to be 5-minute training modules that are going to be stored online that you'll have access to, that will then describe these various different segments in more detail. So building out your target list, how to set an appointment, tracking your calls. And if you have a lot of sales experience, some of this you can obviously skip over, and some of this you may want to spend a little bit more time reviewing. Preparing for your meeting, conducting the meeting, getting the order, getting the domain set up, collecting the customer information for custom components of the website, submitting the order to izmoweb, taking the website live, and then getting your commission paid. So let's dig into it. So our company's been in business for 15 years. We have literally thousands of customers on this izmoweb platform. So you can be assured that when you're selling this solution out into the marketplace, you're selling a top-of-the-line, top-notch product. You can also be assured that some of the biggest companies in the world are using this platform for their websites, companies like General Motors, Nissan, Ford. We also offer CRM and booking systems, and like I said, we have about 2,000 customers loyal globally. Once you sell one of these customers on the izmoweb small business website solution, and you get the site, once we take the site live, they're going to have top-notch customer support. That's where Anand's team, who you guys have talked to and just introduced himself, him and his team come in. They provide that frontline level support. They do all the customizations to these websites because, frankly, even though these websites come with preloaded content already on them and images, many of your clients are going to want to customize certain pages. That's 100% acceptable, and Anand and his team make those customizations to your clients that you sign up. Okay, I'm going to keep going here. So you're going to be selling fully functional, elegant websites. We talked about that. And again, it's important that you, if you have not, spend time on izmoweb.com. There are websites pre-built for lawyers, yoga studios, car window repair shops, chiropractors. There's a variety of different types of websites that you can sell. So if you are comfortable and more familiar with different industry segments, you can spend more time on those, talking about those, because you have some expertise there. So that's a good way to go as well. One of the key selling points to any website is the fact that it's mobile responsive, so that it works well on phones. I think now it's over like 60 or 70% of all searches are done on mobile devices. So the website has to look good on a mobile device. You'll still see a lot of websites out there in the marketplace that are not mobile responsive, or they were not designed with mobile first in mind, which ours is. This Google-friendly platform, so all the content will get indexed. The speed with which the pages load is critical, and the websites are fast. These are hosted on Amazon Web Services. So you have speed, reliability, page loads, SEO powerful architecture. So you can be confident once you go out into the marketplace, it's a great platform for your clients. How does it work for you guys, though? So really, that's what you're here for. You're not here just to help people, although that's nice. You get 40% commission on everything you sell. If you sell most of the, so the websites are roughly around about $1,000 per year, and so you'll get about $400 per year. 10 websites is $4,000 a month. You can sell these websites in one of two ways. You can sell it as a monthly subscription fee, so you'll have that residual recurring revenue, or you can sell it for 1 year in advance up front. Okay. So this image here, this gives you an idea about some of the vertical segments that you can sell into. These are just the main categories. Within these categories, there are other categories underneath it. So you're going to want to spend some time familiarizing yourself with these various different categories and understanding and having a look at some of those websites. We're going to go through things relatively quickly today, as I mentioned, but we're also going to be, as I said, building out individual training sessions, 5-minute videos that will be hosted online. For example, the first one will be coming out later today, and that's going to be focusing primarily on how to identify your target list. We're also going to do one how to do an online demo using izmoweb. So those things are becoming available very soon. But the beauty of this, the izmoweb website solution for small businesses, is that its unique selling proposition is here. Some of the things up here we already talked about, but it already comes with content, images preloaded and ready to go, with the ability to customize content as needed. So what this really means to you when you're talking to your clients is that you can get them up and running relatively quickly. Once we have the name, the address, the telephone number, the hours of operation, then we can have that website up and running. Depends on the time of the day that we get it, we can have that website up and running in less than 30 minutes. Customizations then will take a little bit more time, but they can customize as they go by working with Anand and his team, okay? We talked a little bit about the critical importance of mobile, but let's just touch on it again real quick. And I was off a little bit. So most internet searches, 70–80% of those are done on mobile devices. If it doesn't work on mobile devices, it's just not a good option for people out in the marketplace today. Yeah, so they're looking it up on the mobile device. It has to look good. You have to be able to navigate it, and it has to load quickly and format for those mobile devices. And our websites do that. So you can make sure your clients, you can be assured when you're talking to your clients that these are mobile-friendly websites. So if they're looking for, auto repair window shops near me or yoga studios near me, and they're on their phone, the izmoweb website will come up, and it'll look great. So just again, touching on, this is a breakdown of all of the various different industry segments that you can sell into. Again, all small businesses, these all have content preloaded on them. That content can then be customized as they evolve their business and they have specific information that they want to get out into the marketplace. They may have information related to special offers or couponing. That information can be added to their website and can be offered on their website as well. Here's the next page. This is just another list of all of the various different websites. So familiarize yourself with these, get comfortable with them, and focus on ones that you know well, and you'll be very successful, no doubt about it. Okay, so one of the things that we do want to touch on here a little bit is kind of getting started. So the first thing you guys are going to need to do is identify different companies, small business clients that are in your area that you want to sell into. So there's a variety of different sources out there that you can use. I'm sure you guys are all used to Google. There's also directories, yp.com, there's directories, yelp.com. and you can go into those websites, and you can pull one up here over to the side, and you can do a search for companies in a specific area, and you can pull up a list. So let me just do one real quick here, since we have a relatively small audience, and I can show you guys a couple of things. And you may have already done some of this yourself, but let's just go here. I'm going to bring this over. So if I was to go to yp.com, for example, and I want to do a search for yoga studios in Kansas City, Missouri, you can see that the very nice thing about some of these directories is that it pulls up a list of companies. And here you have, for example, the phone number, you have the address, you have their location, and you also have some information about the business. So if I scroll down here, for example, to Body and Soul of Kansas City, I can right-click, and that's what I'm going to do here, and I can open this link in a new tab. You can see it spinning up here, and then I'm going to click on that tab, and it brings up some more information about this business. You can see here that I'm still on their website of yp.com, but I have a lot more information about them, so I need to determine whether or not I want to call this person or not. So I can visit their website. Again, I'm going to right-click on the name of the website. I'm going to open that up. And this website looks like a good candidate for me to call into. This is kind of an old, outdated looking website. There's no images on this homepage. There's nothing really compelling about this site. It probably doesn't index well in Google necessarily, and it may not size properly for mobile. See, it's just that it doesn't look good on mobile either. So that's just an example of the type of thing, and I'm going to do another session later today, and I'll post that online so you guys can all take a look at it. Google's another good one. Yelp is obviously very good as well. Chamber of Commerce websites, local businesses in your area. So those are some of the tools that are available for you to develop your list. And obviously, if you know people that run small businesses in your area, or if you interact with them through local events, local shows, or businesses in the area, you can talk to them directly about this solution. So when you're calling on these companies, there's a couple of steps that you're going to want to go through. Once you have your list built, you're going to want to make a call into these companies. And typically what you'll want to do is talk to the decision maker right away. In most cases for these businesses, the decision maker is going to be the owner of the business. Deliver the value proposition around, hey, this is a way to get a website up and running quickly, pre-built content, customization, great customer support. What you want to do is set that appointment, send them a calendar invite, and get in there and have that meeting with them. But when you look at the numbers typically work out like this in an inside sales or a sales environment with these kinds of with this kind of business. If you make 50 calls, you'll get one, maybe more appointments. 5 appointments are going to be 1 sale, generally speaking. So that would be a 20% closing ratio. So if you talk to 5 people, out of those 5 people, you'll close a business. So 2 face-to-face appointments per day, that's going to equal 2 sales per week. 2 sales a week, that's going to be $800 a week to you in commission. So that's the way to kind of look at this. So you have to put in the work, put in the effort, the sales will come, no doubt about it. So this is part of the pitch, and again, this content's going to be available to everybody, but this is a very easy way to get started. The izmoweb websites come preloaded with carefully tailored industry-specific content, including all copy, images, and in some cases, video. Mobile, it's mobile friendly. These are optimized for mobile responsive. Those are critical selling points. Get found locally, so these websites are indexed so that your customers can be found online regardless of the device that they're being searched on. The whole idea for these small businesses to have this website is so people can find them, they can show off their products, they can show off their services, they can show off a bit about their business, and this is a quick way to get them going, get them up and running, get them indexed, and then we can start upselling them on various different advertising and other things that will help drive traffic to those websites. So this is a good script to kind of go by when you're actually making your calls. This is, obviously you're going to want to modify this so that it fits your personality and your style. But I would say, hi, this is Larry's Reseller Company. We design websites for professionals in many industries. Personally, I work with auto glass companies like yours quite a bit. As you're probably already aware, getting a website is a bit of a hassle these days, and we aim to change that. We believe that a website shouldn't be a long drawn out project, but it should be a product that someone can have live quickly, full of content and optimized for mobile devices. So that's just an example of a pitch or a script, and you can obviously modify this to suit your needs. This again will be available to you guys. And this is a voicemail script as well, so this gives you an idea. When you're calling on these companies, you may leave voicemails for them. There are two rules of trade here in the sales world when you're doing phone-based sales. One of them is, well, there's actually three, I should say. One of them is don't leave a voicemail. The second one is leave a voicemail that provides them with some information about your business and the purpose of your call. And the second one is or the third one is to just leave a voicemail with your name, address, your name and phone number. So generally speaking, what happens is that if you just leave your name and phone number, your percentages of callbacks will go up slightly because they don't really know who you are or what you were calling about, and it could be regarding their business, or that maybe you're going to give them some business. The one where you leave them more information, though, if you get callbacks on those, then you know that they're really interested in your business because you gave them some information on the voicemail that then prompted them to call you. So this is a good voicemail script if you want to use that technique. Again, these are things that you'll have to try out yourself and see which works best for you. So when you're making calls, you want to track what you're doing as well. Currently, we're planning to roll out in the next month or so a CRM that's available to you. So you'll be able to put your accounts and your contacts and your sales stages in the CRM that you'll have access to. Right now, it's more a matter of you're going to probably want to use Excel to type in the name, the address, telephone number. And we're going to, put some more detailed information out there on this. But it's very important when you're calling off of a list like on Yelp or on Google or on, one of those YP, that you track your information, that you have records that you called them. Otherwise, you'll forget, and you might go back over and call them again. So let's say somebody said, no, I'm not interested. And then, 2 weeks later or even a month later, you call that same account and they go, hey, I told you I'm not interested. So you just have to be careful of that. Make sure you keep good records. So once you have the appointment set, so you make your 50 calls, you got a couple of appointments set, now you're ready to go out into the field. A couple of rules of trade or best practices. Make sure you confirm that meeting. Otherwise, you show up there and they're not prepared to meet with you, and that can be frustrating. So send them an email, a text, or call them, let them know you're on your way, or make sure it's confirmed before you show up. I also recommend kind of doing what we did there a bit, do some research. If they don't have a website, obviously, then they're open game and they need one right away, so it should be a pretty straightforward process to sell. If they already have a website that's old, outdated, it's non-responsive, meaning it's not optimized for mobile, you're going to want to know that information before you go into that meeting, so that that's a key selling point for you to be able to describe to them. Say, hey, look what your website looks like on my phone. Look what this website looks like on a phone, and I can have this up and running for you in no time at all. And here's how we set it up. So then you just go through that process with them. And when you're there in the meeting, it's really good to ask them questions, let them talk. These people are entrepreneurs for the most part. They own a business. They like to talk about their business. So it's really important to let them describe their business to you, why they're in business, those kinds of things. So get to know them, ask them about them. How do they attract customers today? Do they do any advertising? Do they use Google AdWords? Do they use Facebook? Ask them about their social media pages, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. Do they have those kind of businesses or pages set up? One of the things that we offer as an upsell opportunity to these clients, and we'll be talking to this in a later session, is what we call the profile builder. And we do allow, we do work where we'll link these websites to their their Facebook page, their LinkedIn page, and if they don't have those pages, we will actually set them up for them. And that helps with Google traffic because there's more backlinks to their main website. Google My Business is a critical one to set up for them. We do that as well when we do a profile builder package if they don't already have it set up. And that's how Google finds them and authenticates that they are an actual business in place. And they're easily found on Google when people are searching for businesses in their area. Okay? When you're in the meeting itself, you know, you're going to want to show them the izmoweb website on your laptop, tablet, or your phone. So you're going to want to go to izmoweb.com, select the vertical segment that they are in, show them the various different designs, ask them which designs they like the best, and walk them through the various different pages of the website. So as just a bit of time, because we're actually moving along relatively quickly here, I'm just going to pull up real quick to show you just an example of izmoweb. My computer's running good today, so that's good. So you can see this is the izmoweb.com website, so this is what you'd want to pull up when you're in that meeting with that person. But let's just say you're talking to an auto glass company and you have your iPad out. You can pull it up. You can click on the auto glass website. You can see here that you have a couple of different templates that are available. These are the template numbers up here at the top, and you can show them these various different websites. So if you wanted to actually show them some of the pages, you can click on that link, and it will actually give you a live preview of the actual website itself, and you can kind of walk them through that. So I'm not going to go through that all in great detail right now, other than just to show you quickly. These are some of the menu options available, and you can see how professional these are. These are professional images. The pages load extremely fast. Any of these images or any of these pages can be customized. So as an example, I'm under the services section right here. I go to mobile services, and there's some content that's written here. If they want to put in, if they would like to add content or change some of the content in here, that's not a problem at all. Once again, this is a way to get them up, get them running, get them going, and then as their business evolves and they start to get more business in and they have things that they want to update, we can do that for them. You can see up here in the right-hand corner, these are some of the social media sites that people would be wanting to connect back to. So if they have a Facebook page or a Google Plus page or Twitter, then we would link those pages back to this home page right here, which again helps them be indexed on Google and helps them get more traffic to their website. Okay. So when you're in that meeting, if everything's going well, you're going to want to make sure that you ask them for the order. And then we have these documents are again going to be made available publicly, but we have order forms here. So we have an order form that you're going to use to fill out and collect the information from these clients. And I'm opening that document up real quick here. So it's a very straightforward process here. You're going to have your name and date, and then you're going to collect the details of their business on this form. And then this is just the initial sales order, so it doesn't have on here any customized content. That's a setup document. Again, that's going to be publicly available as well. But this is the document right here that we need to get filled in order for us to go ahead and process that order for them. Once we process that initial order for them, then it's a matter of taking the website live, and that's where we're going to need the information that you provide to us on the setup document if there's any customizations. But this right here will get the basics up and running for these individuals. Okay. So you're going to get objections, of course, when you're out there in the field. We've talked a lot about a variety of different things. Some people are going to say, you know, hey, I already have a website. So that's when you're going to say, yeah, but you know, is it responsive? Is it fast? Is it being indexed? Do you get found in local searches? So you're going to be able to, you know, have that conversation with them. If they have a beautiful, great website, just go on to the next one, because there's plenty of customers out there like the one I showed you a few minutes ago regarding that yoga studio that their websites are old, outdated, or they don't have any website at all. Okay. Any objections that you guys have, just email them to myself and Anand, and we will get back to you very quickly with a response back. And also, if you have, when you're having your initial sales calls or your initial sales meetings, if you need support and or assistance in those meetings, we can be available for a quick call to hop on there as well to help, answer any questions that might come up during that initial call. Okay. And then the other thing that you might want to look at here is going to the izmoweb.com insights page to learn more about SEO. That has some good content on it as well. So again, spend some time on the izmoweb website, get to know it, get comfortable with it, go to all the different meetings, have a look at the vertical segments, and then we can take this to the next level to get you really cranked up. One of the other ones that we see here is it's too expensive. The thing that you have to be able to describe to them is the value of this website solution for them, because they don't really have to do any work here at all, and really you guys don't either, other than to sell it. So if you use other clients or other website kinds of solutions that are in the marketplace, like a Wix or a Weebly or some of these, you have to build the website yourself. You have to write the content, you have to have the images, you have to have everything ready to go yourself and build it out yourself, and it's very time consuming and it's complicated and it's not that simple. So if people say it's too expensive, you say yes, well, it's based upon what you're getting. There's a lot of value in it because you already have a website. It's pre-built, preloaded with content. All the customizations are available to you, and it's ready to go out of the box. So if they need a domain, if they have a domain name, that's not a problem. What we'll do is we'll redirect the existing domain name that they have to our domain. Another thing that we can do if they already have a website, if there's content on the current website that they already have, we can use some of that content to customize content on this website if that's something that they want to do. If they just want to trash the existing website but they want to keep the domain, we can do that as well. If they don't have a domain name, we can buy one for them, and we'll handle that process. We'll handle the cost of buying the domain for up to $20. So if you're not familiar with it, check out GoDaddy.com, and you can go in there and do a search for the domains that are available. So if they tell you what the domain is that they want, you can check it out right then and there on the spot and see if it's available. We'll buy that domain for them and make it available for their new website. So this is the pricing structure that you're going to be looking at. So these prices that you see here, first of all, there's no setup fee, which is nice. So they basically, once their website will be up and running, and then they'll just start paying monthly, unless you sell the whole year in advance, which is the annual pricing, which is great, and it's absolutely a great way to go. So the websites are $103.75 per month. So that's list price. So when you guys, because you guys are out in the marketplace, so that's if somebody just came to izmoweb directly and they went on to the izmoweb website platform and they were going to buy a website by themselves, they pay $103.75 per month. With you guys, you're going to be able to offer them a 20% discount off of that list price. So the price you're going to be charging them is $83 per month for that website. Okay. And you get, of course, 40% of that. On the annual pricing piece, if you're able to sell them 1 year in advance, and a lot of people don't want to deal with the monthly billing, and they're like, yeah, just give me a year. That's not a problem. Let's do that right now so I don't have to worry about this anymore. Then that fee is $1,125 per year. With your 20% discount through you buying through you, that's going to be $900 a year for that website. Okay. The profile builder package is what I talked about as well. That's an optional service. We can talk about that at a later time. We're going to be doing a upsell training program. So this is something that you can sell at the time of closure with these individuals, or it's something that you can add later. Okay, and that's where you're going to have registration with Google My Business, other local directories. We'll register them on those. And I'm going to have a separate session on Profile Builder so we can talk about that. After your meeting, make sure you follow up. If hopefully you're walking out of there with an order, but either way, with or without the order, make sure you follow up with them. Send them an email, send them a text, thank them for their time, thank them for the meeting, and there may be still follow-ups that you have to do to get the business closed. So obviously, when if it didn't happen right there on the spot where you got that sales order, then you're going to want to be able to get that closed over the phone next time you have a conversation with them when you do your follow-ups, and probably some due diligence. Maybe they want to check out izmoweb themselves, or you have some they're asking you for some additional information about the business or about the website, and you can go back to your office or your home and send that off to them. But make sure you communicate with them after the meeting as well. Just a good best practice just from a sales perspective. Once you've got that sales order completed, the one I showed you there earlier on, once you have that order completed and all the fields filled out, you're going to send that order in. I'm going to change this as well so that it also goes, so you're going to send that directly into me. I'm sorry, this is correct. You're going to send that directly into me. We're going to get that order processed. Then we're going to go through the process of making sure that any customizations happen. We're going to get that information back from before, and I'll show you that in just a second. That's where we go now. So the information that these people are going to be, if there's customized information, or basically we still need the basics to get this website up and running, right? We need their company name, we need their telephone number, we need their address, obviously. We're going to want to get their hours of operation, and those things are going to be preloaded into the website. If they have any, and then I'm going to pull up a setup document here that you can also use to collect specific custom information from them. And these are publicly available. I'm going to send out the links to all this stuff after this show. But you just have a look at this right here. So you put in the company name here. If they have a logo, you put it here. Street, city, state, postal code, phone number, fax number if they have it. You get the idea, right? And then down in here is where you're going to put in, and you'll have one of these forms for each available to you for whatever vertical segment that you just sold into. So once we get that sales order from you, we're going to send you one of these documents or one of these orders, where you're going to have it available to you before you go into the meeting, so that you can collect that custom information that they might want to put up on the website. So you have, like, for example, the hours of operation for each day of the week. We need to put that available. So when they're doing a search in Google, you know how it comes up and it says, hey, this place is open for business or they're closed right now. So this is the setup document. These are the menu items that are available on the website. So if they don't have, if there are things on here that they don't want, then you're going to mark it off. You're going to put an X after the ones that they want to include. So you get the idea here. But again, we're going to have another more in-depth training on this, and these documents are available to you as of right after this meeting. Okay? Once you have that information collected, you're going to want to send that to support@izmoweb.com, and that will go to Anand and his team. They'll get any customizations done, any images that these guys want to use completed, and that website will then be ready to take live. We're going to send you back a demo URL that you're going to share with the client. They're going to look at it, they're going to approve it, and we're going to take it live. This is an example of a demo URL or a demo domain. So let's just say the name of this business was Rods Hot Rods. So you'll get it, we had that domain name was purchased through GoDaddy, or it's one that they already had, rodshotrods.com. So we'll send you back a link that says rodshotrods.izmodemosite.com. You'll be able to see that website. They'll be able to look at it, approve it, or say no, change this, change this, change this, and then we'll get that approved from them, and we'll be able to take that website live. So that's the end of just kind of the formalized presentation. So I'd like to open it up for any questions that you guys might have. So I'll open it up for questions.
To be honest with you, I don't really have any questions. This is Dominic speaking. I thought it was
Hi,
really
Dominic.
informative and pretty good. I like it, and I guess, well, I guess now that I'm thinking about it, so is their domain name .ismo.com? Is that only for the demo, and then afterwards they'll just be able to have their domain name and a .com if it's available?
Absolutely, yes. So the ISMO demo site is only until we take that website live. Okay, so if you're not familiar with GoDaddy, you can still see my screen. I'm assuming so. You can go to GoDaddy.com and you can do a search for the domain that they want, or if they already have one, obviously, then we're going to point this website to that domain. So there's no issues there at all. It'll just be that the ISMO demo site domain will only be used in circumstances before we take this website live and it's available to the public.
Okay. And then
So
after a certain, oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
And just one last question. Is there like a tiered sales system where if like after X amount of sales or X amount of monthly recurring clients that we'll be able to eventually transition to either bigger cuts or in commission?
So the way that we have it structured right now is that we're going to be offering various different bonuses and spiffs to you guys when you hit certain milestones. I'm getting details on that from upper management here at izmoweb, and that will be available in the coming weeks. Even particularly for people like yourself that are new sales, new guys, we're going to offer X number of dollars in bonus for your first sale and those kind of things. And then as you hit certain milestones, the way that we're having it structured right now is more around, giving you guys different bonus levels in spiffs for hitting those different milestones in your sales process. But we're open to that as well, and that's something that we can, we can bring up as you're building out your business and you're hitting certain milestones. It's certainly something I can bring forth to management.
Okay, thank you.
Is there any other questions from anybody? Okay, great.
Yeah, could you hear me?
What I'm gonna, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I have a question. Sorry. So you said that
Sure.
the content is they customize it, right? Does that include images as well? They have like their own custom pictures and all that. They could use their own pictures as well, or just like the text?
No, they can use their own images, and we can also add images from Shutterstock. Anand, do you have anything to add in here regarding how people can customize their website or add or remove images that we currently have available?
Yes, Esteban. So what you can do is not only the content, even the images can be customized if they have an image which is personally clicked, or if they want some images, they can go to a website called as Shutterstock, where those places they can get us the Shutterstock image code, and we can load those images as well.
Okay, and there's no limit for any customization. So if they want, like throughout the year, they want to customize, there's no limit for that if they want to customize it?
No, there's no limit on that. So see, apart from the outliner, everything in terms of let it be on in terms of our content, images. Even though if you want a video banner on the home page, we can add even the videos. So only thing is for the videos, you need to give us the YouTube encrypted code, which we can load it up on your website.
And that link to Shutterstock will be on the ISMO website, right?
Shutterstock, you can just log into. This is yes. It will not be on the website, but you can manually tell them over the phone or when you meet them. It's just shutterstock.com.
Okay.
And you can basically find out. You can do a search on different images that they want, depending on their business, and we can get that code.
Okay,
for example, if you're able to see the screen, you can see those images here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you see, this is Shutterstock here right now that we're looking at. So if they wanted, this is one of the images on our site. So we get the images from here as well. We have a license to this. So if there's something here that they want to use on the website that we currently are not using, we just have to have that image code, and then we can then we can include that. So it's right. Is this the code that we have to provide, that they need to provide to us on right here? Yeah.
Okay.
So that would be the code. Once they give us this code, then we can include that image on the website. And Esteban, these are great questions, and because this is how it'll go. Like, people are going to say, if you sell them, you go, hey, let us get this website, let's get it up and running for you, so you have a presence. We're going to move you from this old crappy website you have, however that's going to go. And then once you do that kind of a process, then this can just be an ongoing customization process, and you'll be out of the loop at that point. Your job will not be to be the interface between your customer and us through customizations, because we want you to be out selling. So once that website's, we got the thumbs up to take it live initially.
izmoweb, we would get that yearly. Am I getting that correct?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay. And if they decide to go with a monthly payment, we would get that also in monthly installments, right? The commission.
That's correct.
Okay. Great.
That's exactly right. You got it.
All right. Other than that, man, I think that's all the questions I really had. Everything's pretty good.
So that's good. So I'm going to send out this. So this presentation will be hosted online. I'm going to make sure you guys have access to the initial sales documents there in terms of the actual sales order form. Make sure you have, and then as you, if you get a meeting set up or you're starting to have conversations with the different segments, I'm going to start posting the different setup documents for the various different vertical segments, because there needs to be, we have some work to do on those documents before we can make them for all 70 vertical segments publicly available. So if you're going out on a meeting to a client, or if you get somebody on the phone that you think you're going to be able to close and you need a specific setup document for a specific segment, let us know right away, and we'll make sure that that document is available to you, that setup document. Okay?
Sounds good.
All right. Anything else? If there's not anything else, get out there, make some phone calls, and then be on the. We're going to continue providing additional information to you guys via email and via video and other resources that are going to be available. It'll be constantly coming towards you as you move through this process of becoming selling these websites. So, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Esteban. Thank you, Dominic.